Reporting tax on property income is not getting any easier. And you might be forgiven if you rent out a property for thinking that the revenue are out to get you, because they're making it more and more difficult to make a decent profit out of your letting. And it's probably the area where, if we're honest, we see more mistakes on tax returns that taxpayers have prepared for themselves. There are any number of changes that seem to happen every year. It's genuinely really hard to keep track of all the changes. Perhaps the most common question we're asked is whether I should own the property personally or through a limited company. And as with all simple questions, there's often a complex answer. If you're thinking of using a company, then perhaps the most important question you need to think about is whether you're going to own the properties short-term or long-term. There is in particular a very nasty tax trap that can happen if you sell a property within a company and then need to get the money out of the company quickly. And it's often not realised that there are different structures in which a couple, particularly a married couple, can hold a property in a way that transfers most of the income to the higher rate taxpayer. And when you sell a property, you need to think about capital gains tax, which in itself can be a complicated subject. There's also stamp duty to consider, and if you live overseas and own a UK property which you then sell, there are different rules for reporting and several options on how you can calculate the gain on the sale. If you have a lodger in your own house, you can use the rent-a-room scheme, but that gives you different options on how you report. If you've been living in your own home and then you go overseas for work, then you may avoid capital gains tax altogether if you come back and live in the property before you sell it. So you realise it's complex. And there are often different options on how you can report your income. We think that getting professional advice right at the beginning is likely in the end to save you money. Save you money in terms of the income tax you pay and also in terms of the capital gains tax you'll pay when you eventually sell the property. So please get in touch, because we'd like to put you on the right road from the very beginning.